Yeah, I'm June Garrett. I'm the chairperson of Shanachie Stew.
Now, June, lovely to speak to you, especially at such an exciting time. Shanachie Stew is back. For those that don't know, what does Shanachie Stew mean?
It means tradition today. It's a name we picked very early on, before the first festival in 1998. It helped out with a gentleman who was involved in Manx Language Short project, came up with the name for us, and it stuck. And here we are, nearly 25 years later, with the same name.
Do you know, I love that because on your social media, talking about Shanachie Stew, it says it's all about friendships and building connections. And that is so true, isn't it?
It is indeed. You know, I've been involved in the festival since 1998, and it's amazing to see just how many of our young people have come through, have gone off to universities or are living away, but the connections that they've made through the festival have continued to friendships that they form. They go and visit each other, and they go and watch each other's bands play, and they travel to Scotland or Cornwall, and it's just a huge melting pot of ideas and friendships, really. And that's the important part of friendship, especially for young people. It's having that common goal and that common shared identity and culture, and it's really important for our young people to have that sense of belonging, really.
And you've got some acts performing this year that I'm sure were probably there from being a very, very young age.
We have indeed. We've got Mera, Royle, who's playing our concert on Sunday. She's been involved in Manx culture right the way through primary school from Mr. Bolton at Bunscoil Rumsare. Isla Collister is making a return to the island to play at Peel, her hometown. She's been involved in the festival since she was very young as well. Granny Jochen has been involved with all sorts of Manx culture from the very, very beginning. And we've just got a whole plethora of people who I've seen grow up, become friends with, and really watch them mature and become really important people in the Celtic world, really.
Well, that's the thing, because, I mean, you just mentioned Mera and Isla. They're both award-winning musicians, and they're both taking what is Manx music and not just sort of like promoting it further afield, but also, certainly with regards to Isla, kind of transforming it into something very new and exciting, aren't they?
It really is an exciting period of time for music on the Isle of Man. We've got a whole host of musicians that have really taken Manx music to their heart. And of course, Isla and her brother Thomas and David Kilgallen and all those people that are really at the forefront of Manx music are pushing the boundaries, and they're using old ideas and mixing them into new ways and new ideas. And it is a huge step forward for Manx music, and it's becoming more familiar, I think, across the nations. And the tunes that are going out there are being played on different albums now are certainly being pushed by the likes of Isla and Thomas and now Elizabeth Davidson Blythe, who's here living on the Isle of Man, but married a Manxman and pushing those Manx tunes. It really is a great place to be at the moment, and see all those wonderful musicians share what is our Manx culture.
It must make you so proud as someone who's been so involved in such a pivotal festival on the island for such a long time. I mean, 25 years, really, isn't it? You've been involved.
Yeah, it does. I'm immensely proud of the festival, immensely proud of everybody who's contributed over the years, everybody that's helped to organise it, everybody's performed. I'm just, at times, just a figurehead, but I am immensely proud of where we are, and immensely proud of people who have made the festival what it is. The people that come through the doors have accepted us, the town, Peel, right from the beginning, from our very early days with my friendships with Andrew Hannon and Rachel Presley. They really made the festival what it is, and at the start, and those ideas to help young people get together and share their ideas is really the bit that's maybe the most proud, that we've kept true to our original goals, which was to make young people have fun and enjoy playing together in a non-competitive environment and just enjoying the experience. And that really is the proudest moment, really.
And there is something about the energy of trad music, isn't there? But it's not just about the music. I mean, there's dance, there's art, there's all sorts, isn't there?
With a whole host. Our art exhibition has been up in the town hall. Our local school children from the North of the Isle of Man have put on another fantastic display of artwork. Dance, of course, is immensely important to the festival. It's my background rather than music. But the whole dance, the social scene that dance brings along, it brings families together of all ages. And of course, we've got some Manx workshops as well. So we're trying to fit the whole cultural piece together over what is a short or long weekend, really.
So there is a lot going on, as you've just kind of alluded to. Give us a flavour of some of the highlights then that are going on.
Of course, our major highlight of the weekend is always our Peel concert at the Centenary Centre. That's where we get to see some of our real talented musicians perform on a big stage. So we've got Pergy Gale, which is a super group of Isla, Collister and David Kilgallen and Tiernan Carell, who plays with Isla's group Trip, and another lad, Cathal, all multi-talented musicians and award-winning musicians. They're coming together to play as our headline act on Sunday at Peel. But of course, we've got Mera Royle, another excellent musician in her own right, playing her solo set. And our visitors from Ireland will also be playing a set at that concert on Sunday afternoon. So that's a big highlight. But of course, the Cayleys during the weekend at the Masonic Hall in Ramsey, they're really important. They're a really exciting place to be, to see families and just enjoy time together. And it's a time together as family. The mobile phones are not as obvious throughout the weekend, and it's just a fun melting pot of people enjoying themselves. But of course, we've got other activities happening on Saturday, a whole host of free outdoor events, weather permitting, outside the courthouse with all our local groups, visiting groups performing, things happening in the Mitre Hotel in Ramsey all day, workshops in the Masonic for dance in the afternoon. It's a really busy day on Saturday with something for everybody, whether it be music, sessions, Manx language or dance. There's a whole variety of events to take part in on Saturday.
And it's great, isn't it? Because, I mean, Shanica's Stew's spiritual home is Ramsey, really, isn't it? And it just feels like it injects this excitement into the town, and the town itself is sort of a showcase, isn't it?
Well, yeah, we're really lucky that Ramsey has taken us on board, and I think we're lucky in the fact that I was involved with Cornaa many years ago, and so there's that sort of throwback to people had that idea of what we were about, but really they've taken us under the wing. It becomes a family event, and it does come alive for a few days. We have people from all over the island coming down to visit us, taking part, just enjoying the atmosphere, going to some of the acts, eating out, having lunch, so that the whole business opportunities that it brings to town for a couple of days is immense as well. And, you know, we're particularly lucky that the businesses in town have really taken us under their wing and supported us from day one. So, yeah, it's a lovely weekend. There's a lovely atmosphere all weekend. And, you know, we look forward to seeing everybody as much as I hope they look forward to seeing us back.
Now, you are, of course, a man from a dancing background, if I can say that, so I'm sure you are very, very comfortable at a Cayley. But I did notice something on social media where you're saying some people might be a bit nervous, but they've no need to be, have they?
Absolutely not. No, you know, our Cayleys are for all ages, for all expertise levels. You know, our callers that call the Cayleys, David Collister, is really experienced in getting everybody up to dance and showing everybody the ropes. As with our callers from Cornwall and Ireland, it really just is a melting pot of people just having a go. And, you know, with all levels and all experience levels there are people to help, and the people will help. So don't be shy. There's lots of people that can help you, and getting it wrong is part of the fun of a Cayley, really. And I think more and more, you know, we've got that sort of background, and people just coming to have fun, and we've gained that reputation that it is for everybody, and that's where we'd like it to stay.
I think that's the thing. When I picture a Cayley in my mind, what I'm actually picturing is loads of smiling faces and lots of laughter, because it is just cracking good fun, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know, you know, we'll look back through some photographs that last week at our last committee meeting, and the Cayleys really is, you know, we've got the very young from 3 and 4 year olds to grandparents who are in the 60s and 70s, and all you can see is smiling faces and red faces and people just really having a good time. And I think those sort of events are hard to come by, where families can go to a full event without the fear of it transcending into something else. You know, having those family orientated events on the Isle of Man are really important, and it does bring communities together.
It does, and not just communities on the island, because of course you have got your visiting guests from further afield as well. Where are people coming from this year?
We've got people coming from Killarney. We've got 22 people coming from Killarney this year, musicians and dancers. We've got 7 or 8 people coming from Cornwall. We've got our musicians from the Isle of Man who are living away. But we've got some of our friends that come just every year. They're not part of the festival, but they come every year. So we've got Ellie from Cornwall. We've got Greta and Jessie coming from Ireland just to take part and help us out during the weekend. So it really is a fun time to be. And we're really lucky that all those people come and give their time free of charge for us.
But these festivals, you know, they're not cheap to put on. You need the support of people to actually kind of make these things happen, don't you? Who have you got supporting you this year?
We're really lucky. We've got some sponsors that have been with us for for a very long time, virtually from the beginning. So Culture Van, and without Culture Van and support, we couldn't really even start to begin to think about the festival. But Island Aggregates have been with us from the start. Corlett's have helped us out with our Peel concert, been with us for a good number of years. Soundcheck this year have really come to the front and helped us out with lots of events for our young people. And then there's a whole range of different sponsors, Ramsey Town Commissioners and little businesses that have been with us right the way through. And there's numerous businesses and individuals to thank. And I will get a chance to thank them individually during the weekend of the festival itself. But without their help and support, the festival really couldn't take place. So we're really indebted to them for their kind sponsorship, and hopefully we can work with them over the next few years too.
So if someone's listening to this and they really want to be a part of this, they don't want to miss out, where do they find out all the information about the events and how can they get tickets?
Perfect. All our events are on our Facebook page. They're all live to go. Our main event for tickets is Sunday, and they can get them on Eventbrite tickets or from Celtic Gold or from the Centenary Centre website. Ceilidh nights are donations on the door. All events are virtually free except for Sunday, and it's £15 on the above mentioned websites.
All the very best with the festival, Stu, and it's always good to catch up, and have a fabulous Shanachas, Stu.
Brilliant. Thank you ever so much for your time. Thank you ever so much. Go to my head.